Guys, I got something special for you today. Something real special. We're cooking some Uzbek Russian Plov. I got here 4 pounds. We're not quite necessarily going to use it all. We'll probably use 2 pounds because we got these other delectable proteins. This lamb chops. More lamb chops. I'm sorry, lamb shoulder. We got 2 lamb shoulders. Got some lamb chops. Usually in Uzbekistan, they'd use that fatty little rump on that little lamb. You know, that little thing that looks like a little ghetto booty walking down the aisle. But unfortunately, we ain't got that. So we got the next best thing. We're gonna cut these up in a little, not a little itty, but nice little decent size, because they're gonna shrink when they get cooked. But what we're gonna do is like little inch squares, boom, little piece like that, boom, that's good right there. Take that, boom, that's good. You know, just enough to get it in your mouth there, you know. These little tender cuts, this is gonna be something special. I'll tell you what, once we get this thing cooking, you're gonna see what's really good looking, you know what I'm saying? So we got 2 medium large size yellow onions, and we got a bunch of carrots. Typically you'd go, if you're going 4 pounds of meat, you'd want to go 4 pounds of carrots. We don't have 4 pounds of carrots. What are we using? Are we doing 2 pounds? We did 2 pounds. So we did 3 pounds of meat, 3 pounds of carrots. This is probably like 1.5. We're making and do. And then usually half. So half of whatever you're using on the carrots with the onions. You get what I'm saying here? Is it major? I don't even know if this is going to be adding up here. But anyways, so we got to clean these, cut these. We'll be back. We're going to let those soak in the water for about 10 minutes. And then what we got here is the 2 onions sliced up, half rounds. Pretty simple. And what we got to do now is we got to rinse our rice. Authentic Uzbeki rice to make this just as authentic for you guys as possible. What we're going to do is we're going to get, all right guys, we did 1.5. So now that we have this right here, we're gonna go and we gotta rinse it until it gets clear here. So what you do guys is you just put it under your water and you stir it around. And keep emptying that until that water runs clear. We modified it a little bit. I think we had a little bit too much protein, so we did actually, rather than 2 pounds of meat and 1.5 pounds of lamb, we did 1.5 pounds of lamb and 1 pound of ground chunk roast. So we're actually going to get ready. We're going to sear that bad boys up and get the searing going. That's going to be fun. Are you guys ready? Are you guys pumped? Oh, it's the first time we're using this, so I'm kind of really excited here, guys. You know what, let's just throw that all in there. Get all those juices flowing. Moving it around. Getting the meat seared up for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna pull this bad boy out. Saute this real quick, or season it with a little bit of some salt. Throw a little bit of that white pepper. Use a little sprinkle of black pepper. What we'll do is we're gonna remove all these juicy pieces so we can start cooking that. Start cooking the onions in there. Get those bad boys flowing around there. Get them in the mix, sauteing, deglaze a little bit. So I'm going to put in a little bit of that water because we want to hit the sides and make sure that's deglazing a little bit. Like a little 1/4 cup of water. ground up some cumin, some coriander seeds, about a half a teaspoon, full teaspoon of cumin seeds. Throw in a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. Onions are done. We put the meat back in there. Now we're adding the carrots. We're gonna add our spices here. We got a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper. We got about a half a teaspoon of coriander seeds and a full teaspoon of cumin seeds. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind this up. Because we're gonna get all that in there to slap us in the face. We're gonna add some water as well for probably about a ½ inch. Just a ½ inch over the meat. Clove over in there. And we're gonna close it. Now we're gonna let this simmer for about 30 to 45 minutes. We'll see you then. The rumper, that ghetto booty of the lamb that these guys use normally when they're making this authentic. So what I did is I took 4 tablespoons of ghee and I threw it in there right when there's about 15 minutes left, just so I could swirl that around and get that fatty content in there, so we're not missing out, because this is a real fatty and richy meal. It's really starting to come to life. It's really starting to come to life. So we got our rice here, drained, that was sitting. We drained the rice. Now what we're gonna do is we're not gonna stir it. We're just gonna lightly put this over the pot. Now what we're gonna do is once that rice is in, we're gonna increase the heat back up to high. When you're boiling it, the water shouldn't be, a ½ inch higher than the rice. So what I did is I put out some water so we can really focus on really getting that rice boiled up before we go to the dum phase, which is the steam phase. So this is my first time cooking this. So you know what, if you mess up, you mess up. Try again, but you know what, I think we're pretty good here, guys. I don't think we messed up. I think we're right on the money here. Got about another 5 minutes for this rice before we start the dum. After the rice dropped down to the just below the water levels dropped down just below the rice, guys. So that means what we did is we just put the top on and we turn that down to low heat, and we're gonna let this sit for about 25 minutes. So I'll see you back. But the fun's still not done yet. We gotta wait 10 more minutes. I wanna open it up. I know you do too, but we gotta wait 10 minutes. Divide. Well, guys, looks pretty darn delicious. That thing is darn hot. Darn peeping hot. What I want to do is I'm going to take this off so it's not sitting on this hot thingy, you know what I'm saying? So we can start the cooling process. So I'm just going to move it over here, and now we're just going to enjoy. See you guys on the next one, and tell me how you guys like it. Tell me if you didn't like it. And also like, subscribe, or do whatever, because I don't even know what we're releasing on this. It might be confidential. Check out the 2015.